Hi everyone, I'm Pranava Swarup and from CSC Department 7 Sam Bhaskara section from Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering. And today I'll be talking about energy trends in India. So let's get on with it. Today I'll talk about energy demand, primary energy sources, electricity, renewable energy, challenges in energy production, and energy policy of India. First, we have the introduction. India is one of the fastest growing economies in the world with a population of over 1.3 billion people. As the country continues to grow, so does its demand for energy. In this presentation, we will explore the key energy trends in India and the challenges and opportunities they present. Now, let's talk about the energy demand of India. Since 2013, total primary energy consumption in India has been the third highest in the world after China and United States. India is the second top coal consumer in the year 2017 after China. India ranks third in oil consumption with 22.1 crore tons in 2017 after US and China. India is net energy importer to meet nearly 47% of its total primary energy in 2019. There are several factors driving this demand, including population growth, urbanization, and rising incomes. As more people move into cities and adopt modern lifestyles, their energy needs increase. Additionally, industries such as manufacturing and construction require significant amounts of energy to operate. Now we'll talk about primary energy sources. As you can see from the pie chart to your right, the total primary energy use is 753.7 million tons of oil equivalent. So the black color is coal and green is petroleum and other liquids. As you can see, the primary energy source is coal that has 56.26%. Then at 29.47% we have petroleum and other liquids. That's the second highest used energy source. Then then we have natural gas at 6.18%, and then we have nuclear energy at 1.13%, and hydroelectricity at 4.07%, and other renewables at 2.89%. So primary energy source for India is coal. Coal and lignite production was 73.1 crore tons in the financial year of 2019 to 2020. India was the fourth top coal producer in 2017 with 294.2 MTOE. Nearly 80% of total electricity generated in India is from coal, and it is the main source of nation's greenhouse gas emissions. India was the third top crude oil consumer globally. That is 4.8 of the world, 4.8% of the world, with 221 metric ton in 2017. India was the second top net crude oil, including crude oil products, importer of 205.3 metric ton in 2019. India has 49.72 lakh barrels per day in crude oil refining capacity, which is ranked fourth globally in 2017. Nearly 1 crore tons liquefied petroleum gas was consumed during April to September 2019. That is of the duration of 6 months, and the domestic sector mainly for cooking. Presently, only 20% of households in India use biomass and charcoal for cooking purpose, as LPG use for cooking purposes is rising rapidly. In addition, biomass is also used marginally in commercial cooking, electricity generation, process industries, etc. The total biomass used in India is nearly 177 million ton oil equivalent in the year 2013. Now let's talk about electricity. India was the third largest electricity producer in the world with 1383 terawatt hour generation in the financial year 2019 to 2020, and 99.99% of the population have access to power supply. By 2013, India became the world's third largest producer of electricity with 4.8% global share, surpassing Japan and Russia. India ranks sixth globally in hydropower generation during the year 2019. India has 136 gigawatt, that is 38% installed capacity of renewable energy. It is one of the world's leaders in renewable energy investment and installations. India has set a target of 175 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2022. This would include 100 gigawatt capacity from solar energy sources, 60 gigawatt from wind power, and 10 gigawatt from biopower. and 5 gigawatt from small hydropower. Next, we have renewable energy. India is world's fourth largest consumer of electricity and world's third largest renewable energy producer, with 40% of energy capacity installed in the year 2022 coming from renewable resources. Ernst and Young's 2021 Renewable Energy Country Attractiveness Index ranked India third behind USA and China. In the financial year 2023 and 24, India is planning to issue 50 gigawatt tenders for wind, solar, and hybrid projects. India has committed for a goal of 500 gigawatt renewable energy capacity by 2030. As you can see from the chart, Indian renewable electricity production by source. The biomass is at the bottom, and above it we have solar, above it wind, and then hydro at the top. So currently, hydroelectricity is the highest producer for renewable electricity. Now we'll talk about grid connected total, including non-renewable and renewable energy. The following table shows the breakdown of existing installed capacity in March 2020 from all sources. So as you can see here, in non-renewable sector we have coal, which has 56.09%. So that's the main primary source for electricity. Then gas is at 6.84, and diesel and nuclear is at 0.14 and 0.38. As for renewable energy resources, large hydro plants make up for 12% of the electricity, that is renewable electricity, renewable source. Then small hydropower plants make up for 1.29%, solar power is at 10%, and wind power is also at 10.59%. And biomass power and waste power is at 0.05%. Next, we'll talk about challenges in energy production. One of the major challenges faced by energy production in India is the lack of adequate infrastructure. The country's power transmission and distribution systems are outdated and inefficient, leading to high levels of transmission loss. This not only affects the reliability of the power supply but also makes it difficult to integrate renewable energy sources into the grid. Another challenge is financing. The cost of setting up new power plants and upgrading existing ones is high, and many projects have been delayed or cancelled due to the lack of funding. This has led to a shortage of electricity in some parts of the country, particularly in rural areas. And finally, we'll talk about the energy policy of India. The energy policy of India is to increase the locally produced energy in India and reduce energy poverty, with more focus on developing alternative sources of energy, particularly nuclear, solar, and wind energy. Net energy import dependency was 40.9% in 2021 to 22. The primary energy consumption in India grew by 10.4% in 2021, and is the third biggest with 6% global share after China and USA. The total primary energy consumption from coal, crude oil, natural gas, nuclear energy, hydroelectricity, and renewable power is 809.2 million ton oil equivalent, and that's excluding traditional biomass use in the calendar year 2018. Thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe.